Hello and welcome to a new video. Today will be the second episode of the Naruto TBR game where I will decide my February TBR. Hopefully this video will be uploaded sooner than the last day of the month as it happened for January. I'm sorry for that. And yeah, also if you hear some random ringing during the video, that's because of the church bell that is ringing for no reason. I apologize about that as well. There's nothing I can do about it. If we were to talk about my January TBR, that video was again pre-filmed. I had the entire month of January to read those books, and I kind of failed. I did read The Song of Achilles. That one I finished. I gave it 4 stars. It was an enjoyable read, not quite my favorite. It had some tropes. It was not quite to my taste, but I did read that one, and I am currently like halfway through the Tower of the Swallow. I'm halfway through the Tower of the Swallow, and I might continue. I might not. I don't know. The thing is, when it takes me over like 2 weeks to finish a book, I sort of lose interest. Unless it's a very thick book and it's understandable, I kind of lose interest. And this one is only like 400 pages, I think. And yeah, maybe it was just not the right moment for it. I don't know. Well, yeah, and for the other 2 books, I did not read them yet. The Dragon's Promise and The Free Body Problem. Maybe another time. Yeah, January was kind of a busy month for me because I had midterm exams, and yeah, I had to study a lot for those, and when I'm studying I don't feel like reading. I feel like wasting time on Instagram. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. Hopefully February will be better because I have no exams during the entire month of February. So yeah, hoping for the best. We are going to pick out the cards now, I suppose. Got the cards now. The thing is, I can identify the character cards because it is the bigger stack. But for the jutsu and location cards, yeah, I'm just gonna take a card randomly and we'll see if it's a location or a jutsu. And that's kind of it. If you're new here and you haven't seen my previous video, how this works is every month I have these cards with prompts that are all inspired by Naruto characters, and every month I pick 2 character cards, so 2 characters from Naruto and their prompts, 1 jutsu card and 1 location card, and I have to read the books according to those prompts during that month. And in the end, in December, we're gonna find out this little huge game of Cluedo, and in the month of December we're going to find out who actually committed the crime we're investigating. There's a whole backstory with the Hokage. No, not the Hokage. With the Lord from the Land of Fire having been murdered, and we're trying to find out who did it. And it's gonna be 2 Naruto characters, using 1 jutsu and where. And yeah, that's gonna happen in December. So far, we're just eliminating suspects, you could say. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. We need first 2 character cards. I hope you did not see that. I did not see it, so it's fine. I'm just shuffling them a bit, and we are gonna take the one on top, I guess. And it is Shino. Okay. Insect on the cover. I did not think this prompt's true. I have no idea what I'm gonna pick. Insect on the cover. What even? Actually, I can't think of some books that would fit the bill, but wait. Would this work? Nah, this is roses. Okay, this is kind of hard one. Those are peacock feathers. There are 2 books that I want to get to this month, and none of them fit the bill. Yeah. I'll think more about it and come back to it later. So I'll just have to look through all my books. It's fine. Okay. Our next character prompt, let's take also the top one, it doesn't really matter, is Kiba. Okay. So we have their teammates. Okay. Animal companion. An animal companion. Okay. Either a jutsu or a location, because I don't know which stack is which. So I shuffle it a bit, and it's Iwagakure, a classic. This is perfect for something I had planned to read this month. Yeah, so it's the locations. So Iwagakure can be crossed off the list. It is not the place of the crime. And now for the jutsus, we have, let me shuffle them as well. It is Byakugan, read a book in one sitting. Okay. So, I will have to vote myself straight, or how do I prove that? Anyway, it has to be a short book, so probably a manga. And yeah, I should probably get started on it today or something, because it's kind of like my last weekend of holiday. But yeah, now I have to figure out what books to read with insects on the cover. Yeah, we're off to a great start. I can't find any book with insects on the cover. And the thing is, I can't think of one with insects on the cover, but I have read that already and I don't even have it with me. So yeah, we're in a bit of an issue. Unless it's like a Java book, I don't know what I'm gonna be reading. Now I'm googling books with insects on the cover. I have the option of Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Prince does have a bug on the cover. I could read The Cruel Prince. I have not read the Folk of the Air series. Found on Goodreads. And yeah, from the books I found, I didn't know most of them. And for the ones that I did know, I knew Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka or The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I'm not sure which book I feel less like reading or more likely reading. Maybe I'm gonna be reading though Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, I think, because for The Cruel Prince I don't feel like reading it now. I was thinking of making a special video of me reading the Folk of the Air series, and that's not gonna be happening in February. Maybe like March, April, not in February, not when I have a ton of other reading to do. So yeah, we're gonna be reading Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. I have never read a Kafka book. I know they're supposedly good, or he's an acclaimed author. I have friends who have read books of his. So yeah, I did see his statue in Prague, and I did find a Kafka cafe in The Hague. So yeah, maybe it was a sign all along that I should read Metamorphosis. I'm not even sure what the book is about. I know that it's like a influential piece of literature or something. Let me check Goodreads. Metamorphosis. It's a short novel, so that's a good sign. It's about a traveling salesman waking to find himself transformed into an insect. So I guess it's like about seeing the life from other perspectives, or I don't know. I think that the Kafka books are a bit more tough to understand sometimes. But yeah, I'll see. I have to get it somehow, and I will let you know what I think when I read it. So we have settled Shino insect on the cover. Now for Kiba we have animal companion, and I have a really good idea for this, and that is The Cat Who Saved Books by Sosuke Natsukawa. This book, I got it at the airport in Amsterdam, and yeah, it sounds really wholesome. I think it's like about, yeah, so it's something about a bookshop, and someone wanting to close a bookshop, and then the main character with the cat save the bookshop or something like that. It sounds really cute and wholesome. I know there's been like a trend of Japanese books featuring cats, like Before the Coffee Gets Cold or this book, and there are others as well. And yeah, I didn't read any of them, and Before the Coffee Gets Cold doesn't really sound quite my style, but this one does, and it's about cats in a bookshop. It sounds like it could be wholesome. I'm quite excited to be reading this. So yeah, that's it for Kiba, an animal companion, and this is most definitely an animal companion. And other than that, we have Bakugan, read a book in one sitting. For that one, I'm gonna go with some manga. And I'm gonna go with whatever volume of Moriarty the Patriot I'm on, because I started that one in December and then took a break, and now I don't know which volume I'm on. I'm like 7 maybe? 6 or 7? I have to check my Goodreads. Bear with me. Moriarty the Patriot. I read the first 2 books. Okay, so we're gonna be reading the 3rd book in Moriarty the Patriot series. This is the cover, and yeah, this is a manga series based on the Sherlock Holmes stories, but again, it's like a whole different plot. It's just adapted from Sherlock Holmes stories, and the main character is James Moriarty, or William Moriarty. I'm not sure what his first name is in this manga. Anyway, the main character is Moriarty, and he's basically orchestrating murders to have his family. And in the 2nd book, he does meet Sherlock Holmes, who is another young man. I'm not sure if this will go into romance or not, but again, it's inspired by Sherlock Holmes stories. You have the character names, and it's fun. Moriarty is an interesting character from whose perspective you can read from, and I'm excited to continue with the series. I really enjoyed the first 2 books. I just didn't continue because, again, my January month was a mess. So yeah, that's it for read a book in one sitting, because I can definitely read a manga in one sitting. And then we have Iwagakure, a classic, and for that one, I have the perfect book. I was going to read this month, and that is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Please admire my beautiful edition. I got it last week, and I'm in love with it. I read like 10-15 pages already, and in the month of February, and I really enjoyed it. It sounds really nice. I don't know, it sounds so provoking, and I know that it's a classic, it's a really popular book, and it seems really well written, and yeah, I already found some quotes. I like it, and I want to read it. I always thought The Picture of Dorian Gray was gonna be shorter, and I guess in some way it is 200 and something pages long, but that still seems too long. I always thought it was like a 100-page book. I don't know why. But it's not like it has volume. I don't know. And it seemed heavy. Maybe that's because it's a hardcover, but still. So yeah, this will be for Iwagakure Classic. And we will see next month how much I have managed to read out of all of this. This was all for me today. Hope you have an amazing month. And see you around. Bye.